Did you keep all of the tapes, your appearances on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson? Do you have the archives of those appearances?
A lot of the stuff is on adhesive tape, so it's kind of hard to hear. but no, I didn't keep any of that stuff. I had such a good time with Johnny all the time. I never did anything on that show, Dan, to promote anything. On one particular show, I was doing that Mr. Belvedere series, and I was going to sing. I was going to change my MO from a writer to a singer. And I sang on The Tonight Show, and I sang off key really bad. So Johnny asked me, he said, when is this show going to play? And I said, Thursday. He said, Thursday, bowling. But then I blamed it on Doc Severance and that we didn't have a chance to work out together. But, no, I had a good time with Johnny all the time. I mean, I really did. He was great to me.
But first time you go on, I don't know if you get nervous or not. I don't know if going to the plate, facing Sandy Koufax is more nerve-wracking than, going on The Tonight Show. But if you were going to compare the two, how nervous were you going on The Tonight Show first time?
The first time I did it was 1969, and they were still in New York. And I was a little uptight about it, but it went pretty well. And as we said goodnight, I heard Johnny ask Ed McMahon. He said, "Did this guy really play baseball?" Ed said, "I think so." So I went back 2 weeks later, and from there on, I used to do 4 or 5 shows a year, and always had a good time with him. Always.
But then you get Mr. Belvedere, you get the Miller Lite commercials as well. I mean, it all just like there was a time when you and John Madden and maybe Cosell in there. You guys were at the peak there.
Well, it was a lot of fun. I didn't do anything to promote myself. I was doing things to have a good time. When I was playing baseball, my salary was $2,000 under the minimum, which when the union found out about it, they were a little upset about it. But that was no big deal either. I had a winter job. We all did for the most part when you're playing back in the 50s and 60s, we had off-season jobs. And you had to have it because you weren't making enough money unless you were one of the big guys.
What was your worst off-season job?
I worked construction outside all winter long, and that was kind of tough. I was working on frozen pipes from lavatories and senior citizens' homes, and that got to be a little testy. I mean, your hands are always cold. I can't touch yourself either. So, wash your face, your hands are freezing. I mean, it's tough. It was a tough job. But I had 4 kids, and I still don't know where they are. But no, I always had a good time, man. When I got a chance to play, I played, and I played in the big leagues, but I also like to make people laugh.
And he would get on The Tonight Show, and he just had this unbelievable delivery that Johnny just ate up. Johnny Carson he would set up Uecker, and Uecker would just go. But at the time, that was the biggest stage you could have, late night TV. By far, you were famous overnight. All you wanted to do was you wanted one shot at the Tonight Show. But he had a great run there where you do 4 times a year. And whenever he came on, it was always must-see TV because he just would tell these stories, and he was so self-deprecating because most people get on and talk about how great they are. His greatness was to talk about how bad he was and then have a sense of humor. Yeah, Fritzy.
And he was so quick on his feet, like a lot of comedians are. Like just now when he made that pitcher joke, just, it's not prepared material. He can just jump off of anything that's said that he's not prepared for and just come up with like a winning line right away.
Yeah, he's a treasure, a Hall of Famer.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.